Good morning, and how are you? Happy New Year to you. Although you may be all Happy New Year'd out, it's absolutely spilling rain here. It's freezing. Anyway, such is life. It's January, and guess what? With January is the month of seriousness. January is the month when we decide we are going to change our lives. January is the month when things are going to be reformed. January is the month when we're going to get things under control. January is the month when we make resolutions. January is the month when we are going to be something that we were not last year. And so with me, it's always about my weight. One of my resolutions, yearly resolution, Queen Victoria will go and say to me, "Stop lying to yourself." So last year I took off with the ambition I was going to lose weight. I lost a little bit. But I must confess my sin to you and let you all know that at the end of this year, in January, start of this year, end of last year, start of this year. Anyway, you know what I mean. The scales was a stone heavier. So, with my ambition last year to lose 3 stone, I now have to lose 4 stone. But here's the thing. What resolutions did you start off with last year? What resolutions have you decided to make again this year? This is the time that we set new goals, new targets, all about different things. We're going to get back to study. We're going to study something we're interested in. We're going to do something that we've never done before. We have a bucket list of things that we like to go and use the term nowadays. And yet, here we are. 2022, January, New Year, time to get serious month. Isn't it interesting though, when it comes to the time to get serious, that one of the few things that we really think about getting serious about is our faith. One of the few things that we really think about getting serious about is why it is that we are who we are. And one of the scriptures that really has been fascinating me of late, and anyone who's been talking to me in person will know this, but one of the scriptures that really has been fascinating me of late is where the guy who was demon-possessed was set free. And Jesus didn't take him in the boat. You can read the story in Mark 5. And he says, go back into your city, go back to your family, and tell the people what the Lord has done for you. This story is just like that really amazes me. And so here's the thing I want to ask you, the challenge I want to put to you. If you go to church and it means nothing to you, if you go to meet up with other Christians and it means nothing to you, if your Christianity is only that it brings a little bit of solace at the start of the week, that you feel good when you spend that half hour in church, but you don't really know why, then I have a challenge for you. This man who had just encountered Jesus, who wanted to go with Jesus. Jesus says, no, you're not coming with me. You go back into your hometown. And Jesus goes and tells him to share his story. Tell everyone what the Lord has done for you. So here's my challenge. If you're wondering why Christianity is dying in the water, if you wonder that when you go to church or to mass or to any sort of thing that there's only old people there and stuff like that, ask yourself the question, what is your story? You see, I reckon there's books written on all this sort of stuff, but I reckon the reason that churches have actually diminished, the reason that their church attendance has gone down, the reason that people don't have an interest in God anymore is because people don't know their story. If you're someone who professes to be a Christian, you've got a story. If you profess to be a follower of Christ, you've got a story. Now the question is, what is your story? Because your story should be so much more than Jesus died on a cross for me. It's because of that event that Jesus died on a cross for you that you have that so much more. And you see, there's another story which is in Mark 6. So you have Mark 5, you have the story of the demon-possessed man who was set free and then told to go back and tell his story. Mark 6 goes and tells us, there's a little section in it where Jesus goes back to his hometown and it says he just healed a few sick people. He could do nothing there because of their unbelief except heal a few sick people. The unbelief is in God's people, because the people of Israel were God's people at that time. And I would dare to say that the unbelief nowadays is in us, those who claim to follow Christ. And so I have said this, and people have heard me say it before, and I'm saying it at the start of this new year because I believe that this year is going to be a year of great change. But the thing is, I believe that we need to wise up to the fact that we are living in what was Jesus' exception. Jesus did nothing there except heal a few sick people. You want to read the effect of that man sharing his story? The effect of that man sharing his story is in Mark 5. When he wanted to go, the people were saying, "Get lost! You've just killed 2,000 of our pigs. What sort of a lunatic are you?" They didn't accept Jesus at all. They wanted rid of him. Boom, go away. Mark 7. It says that when Jesus went back there, the people of the city came running out because they had someone else that they wanted him to heal. Impact of a story. It's a new year. Yes, it's time to get serious. For me, it's time to get serious about this again, and I'm confessing to you all, my weight issue. Anyway, but apart from that, I'm also confessing to you that I think it's time that we all got serious about our story. What it is that Jesus Christ has done for you. And so if someone comes along and says, this Christianity stuff, what's it all about? You can go and say, well, do you know what? This is what Jesus Christ did for me. That man, everyone could see his life was changed. Everyone could see he was like this before. They had to restrain him. They tied him with chains and did all sorts of trying to confine this person. And they couldn't. And suddenly here he is every day walking around the city in his right mind, in perfect control, self-control, filled with the Spirit of God, basically. And people are going, wow, look at the change in that guy. Can you believe that's the same guy? And as soon as that was there was a segue straight away. There was that place for him to just be able to move in and go and say, yeah, well, the reason I am who I am is because of what God has done for me. And this is what God did for me. What has God done for you? Let's get serious about our faith in 2022. You with me? Thank you for joining me on Cupán today. Chat to you soon. Do your best.